What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So here in just a couple months, we are going on 2 years since Battlefront 2 has been released. And ever since the launch of Star Wars Battlefront 2, they originally promised way back when, way before the game was even announced, that post-launch seasons would include weapons. And it's become a meme all around the community. So many people keep asking, like, where are these weapons? Where are these weapons? Where are these weapons? And we keep getting more and more content, and we get more reinforcements and new maps and new skins, and we've had progression overhauls, and we've still yet to see a single new weapon added to the game. And people have had the defense like, oh, they've added a new weapon to Phasma, they added a new weapon to Finn, and they added new ships with the Iden ship and the ship for L3 and Lando. They counted those as blasters, and I've seen every excuse in the book to try to defend this game and its lack of weapons. Well, we finally have gotten a response from Dennis, the lead designer of the game. Like, he's the top dog, he's in charge of everything. He responded to somebody on Twitter. They just straight up asked him, they said, all this content is great and all, but where are the new weapons? Seriously, 3 years and nothing. Troopers are in desperate need of gameplay content, not just appearances. Then he tagged everybody. And then Dennis responded saying, it's on the Clone Commando. Which is not the response that I would imagine the community wanted to hear. Yes, technically it is a new weapon. It is a completely new weapon. Like when they added Finn and Phasma, those were literally just reskins of like the same weapon. Same with the BX droid and the ARC Trooper. Like, those weapons were already in the game. They just tweaked the way that they shot and the way that they sounded. So those weren't technically new weapons. But the Clone Commando is indeed, like, this is a new weapon. It's a new model. It fires differently. It has a reload and stuff. So I'll even give them credit with this one. Like, it is a new weapon. But it's only one weapon. After all this time, we haven't gotten any weapons other than that. And it's locked behind the Clone Commando. So the only way that you can play with that new weapon is if you pick the Clone Commando, which is only available on the clone side during the Clone Wars era maps. So all the other eras, they don't get any new weapons. And then Dennis, a little bit later in that same thread, somebody said, I agree, that would be cool. They could modify all the starter weapons and put them in Prestige. I never thought about it, but 4 classes and 3 eras, 2 sides, meaning 4 times 6 equals 24. 24 weapon models that are all the same stats from each other. Talk about wasted resources. And then Dennis responded saying, yep, the trooper weapon system is very stupid. It needs an overhaul before we start adding more stuff to it, making it even worse. So I'm a little confused as to why he called it stupid. I don't know. I mean, I think it is stupid as well, but I just don't know which part specifically he's referring to. But the guy above him is right. I mean, 24 default weapons. You know, if you sit back and you actually think about it, there's a lot of weapons in this game. Like, there's 36 total, because every single class has 4 weapons, and then every era has the same, like, they have their own default blaster, so there's 24 of them, but they all have the same stats. Like, there's all these wasted weapons and wasted potential, and I don't think anyone really realizes. Like, I was going through the different classes and stuff and looking at all the default blasters. Some of these blasters I honestly didn't even know were in the game, because the problem is that, like, once you unlock some of the modifications and then the better blasters and stuff, it just doesn't make sense to pick the default blaster anymore, especially for classes like the Specialist and stuff. Like, once I unlocked those better sniper rifles, I didn't even know that some of those default variants existed per era, because I never picked the default blaster as the Specialist. And the same happened for the Heavy. Like, I didn't even know that the Resistance had their own version of the Heavy's default blaster. It never dawned on me. So we have all these blasters that all have the same exact stats and that are tied behind a specific era. So the problem isn't necessarily that we don't have any weapons, it's just that no one realizes it, and the stats, they're not balanced correctly. Like, there's only 4 that you can choose from per class, and everyone just sticks with the one that's the best. Like, everyone uses the same weapon for the Officer. You don't see any variation for the Assault class. Everybody uses the same weapons for the Heavy. It's just once you get that best attachment and the best loadout, it just doesn't make sense to switch it up on occasion or use any different blasters. And there's still a ton of blasters that they could still add, like Han's blaster, the DL-44, or the T-21 and the T-21B, like all these blasters that were in Star Wars Battlefront 2015, there's still a few of those that haven't even made it into this game yet, like Krennic's weapon, the one that you could manually reload. Like there's a bunch of examples. Jyn Erso's blaster, the one that had different attachments, and it could be a grenade launcher or a sniper rifle or a pistol or just an assault rifle. Like it was like the all-in-one weapon, and that was pretty cool. Then you had the bow rifle where you could go around and melee people. Like there was so many different variations, and I think they know this. I can't really tell if Dennis was like teasing and just was saying that they're part of the clones, because I mean that's a bit of a stretch. Going on almost 2 years and we don't have a single blaster, that's, I mean, I've defended this game a lot recently. Like I really liked the way that this game's going, and I think that they've done a complete 180, and this is a completely different game from what it was like back on like January, February 2018. Like 2018 was a pretty bad year for this game, but I think 2019 has been a huge improvement, and there's been a lot of good content, and I mean, I really like this game now, other than the bugs and the glitches. But it would be nice to see some new weapons here coming soon. So with Dennis's tweet, hopefully they do like a complete overhaul. Maybe they do some balancing for all the weapons instead of just tying it down to like these 4 weapons and then giving you attachments. Maybe they can make them just way more balanced and then open the pool for everything. Like imagine if you could have like heavy weapons as a sniper or sniper weapons as an assault class. That way you would like keep all your abilities, but you could use any weapon you'd want. That way you could have different combos, like a sniper heavy or I don't know. I don't know if that would necessarily work. At this point, I think anything would be cool just to mix it up. But yeah, I guess we'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, that's basically going to do it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the weapons. Do you want more weapons? Do you want to see the default weapons just become part of the regular, maybe with different stats? How do you think that they could overhaul the weapon system to make it better? But yeah, please give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to check out another video. Follow me on Twitch at SwanyPlaysGames Live. And that's going to do it for me, guys. And I will talk to you all in the next video.
Will you join me? Accept your fate. I grew impatient.